Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to your like. This is gonna be a quick video on latest article. Pretty sure many of you have heard already about Trump pulling the U.S. out of the Iran nuclear deal. Okay, like here it says Trump's decision to withdraw from Iran deal shows U.S. unable to negotiate. All right, because what Trump did, pulling out that deal, which Iran had warned Trump beforehand, all right, that if he did that, there would be consequences. All right, but now Iran is saying they're gonna stay in the deal, whatsoever. Okay, but you see here, this article says shows U.S. unable to negotiate. Okay, because what this did was that it ruined the U.S.'s quote unquote image. Okay, and this is prophecy on many levels, because doing things like this is what's gonna cause these different nations, all right, to hate the whore, which is America. All right, Trump doing these things is gonna lead, because these other nations, man, although they're in league with the U.S., there's certain things that they don't find necessary, certain things that the U.S. wants to do that they find unnecessary, and it's just gonna bring more quote unquote unnecessary conflicts for them. And guess what? That's what's gonna lead them to be like, you know what, we're done with you, man, because really us being in league with the U.S. is only hurting us. All right, and what this did is also lead into the prophecy of World War III, man, because now that Trump has done this article says, it says Trump promises Iran highest level of sanctions, bigger problems if nuclear research continues. It says President Donald Trump has promised the highest level of sanctions on Iran after announcing that U.S. is leaving the nuclear deal. He promised Tehran bigger problems than it has ever had before if it develops nuclear weapons. Trump called the agreement a decaying and rotten structure, defective at its core, which did little to limit Iran's nuclear enrichment and provided the government in Tehran with cash to fund its malign behavior across the Middle East. All right, so it says, therefore, this is Trump speaking, therefore I am announcing today that the U.S. will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal. Trump said, today's action sends a critical message. The U.S. no longer makes empty threats. When I make promises, I keep them. Okay, and that's the pride of these devils. However, that's that pride that's going to bring prophecy to come to pass. Okay, because whatsoever the Lord puts within the mind of this devil to do, all right, because the Lord does that. All right, get a precept on it. Okay, the Lord. It's like, yeah, it's in the book of Job. There we go. Job 33 and 15. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. Okay, and that's what the Lord does, man. He puts your thoughts and what he wants you to do, okay, inside within you to do it. So like, let me check. All right, God. All right, check if the mic is on. All right, to do it. And so whatever the Lord puts within the mind of Trump to do, that's what he's gonna do. Okay, so everything is going according to the plan of the Heavenly Father. All right, it says powerful U.S. sanctions against Iran will go into full effect, Trump said, and any country that aids Tehran's nuclear or missile programs will find itself sanctioned as well. If Iran continues developing nuclear weapons, it will have bigger problems than it has ever had before, the U.S. president said. Trump professed admiration for the Iranian people, history, and culture, but denounced the dictatorship that has held the country hostage for almost 40 years. A reference to the 1979 Islamic Revolution that overthrew the U.S.-backed monarchy. The revolutionaries stormed the U.S. embassy in Tehran and held 52 Americans hostage over a year. All right, okay. The U.S. president concluded his remarks on a strangely conciliatory note, saying he would be ready and willing to talk if the Iranian leadership decided to make a new and lasting deal. But you got to keep in mind, man, what Trump thinks, what he thinks is a new and lasting deal. It's not gonna be what these Iranians think is a new and lasting deal, man. Okay. What they deem as a new and lasting deal is not something that Trump thinks is new and lasting, man. All right. It says there has been enough suffering, death, and destruction. Let it end now, he said, before signing the presidential memorandum withdrawing the U.S. from the JCPOA. U.S. sanctions will be reimposed over the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. The Treasury Department said following Trump's announcement. So within the next 90 to whatsoever amount of days, all right, they're gonna impose those sanctions, man. Those heavy quote unquote sanctions. But hey, we'll see what Iran says, okay, and or does within that time, man. All right, we don't know. All right, the Lord could put the spirit on them to do some heavy retaliations. We don't know. All right, it says Iran will be barred from buying or acquiring U.S. dollars after 90 days. After that, sanctions will also be reimposed on sales of steel and coal, aluminum, and automotive sector, and passenger aircraft parts and services. Financial and oil-related sanctions will be back in place after 180 days. All right. So hey, this is all part of prophecy. All right, it's a big step closer. Okay, and we're gonna see what happens, man. All right, with all this happening, we'll see how it affects the stock market, if it does, so on and so forth. All right, but hey, we just gotta keep watch because the Lord is dealing, man. Okay, the Lord is speeding up these days, and these prophecies are coming to pass. All right, our job is to watch, filter through the scriptures, and break it down, man. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. Call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and Shalom.